Hello everybody, I'm Sniping is Fun, and in my video we bring you guys today, it's just my thoughts on a certain topic I wanted to kind of make a video about that deals with a couple different things. It's both a response and my own just video I wanted to do anyways to a certain topic, a response to a certain couple of videos made by Game Reviews and Dark Cloud within the recent couple of days, like end of last week. Or, well, early this week actually, like a couple days ago. And just my whole thoughts on a topic of the video I've been wanting to do, sort of. And I really didn't officially want to do a full-on video until I've seen their videos, basically, especially Game Reviews one. But the name of the video is called Nintendo Talk is Cheap. And just to let you know, I'm referring to Nintendo in this video, but I'm not only talking about Nintendo in this video. This has to deal with the Wii in 2012 leading up to Wii U, and it also has to deal with just game localization in general, Nintendo or otherwise. The whole thing, this is my just thoughts on here. We're now going into 2012, which is the Wii's last year, quotes, because it's the last year before Wii U, because Wii U comes out the end of the year, but we will be continuing to get support after. It's what basically been stated. This is my whole thoughts on this now. I don't know where I heard it. I heard someone posted, I think, a page of it on Facebook somewhere, but Iwata has stated that they made mistakes with the 64 and the GameCube at the end of their life cycle, at the end of the time of their system, like before the GameCube and Wii were coming out. And especially the 64, if you see my video about how the systems ended, you basically see that there was like 4 games. Actually, there's more than 4 games, but those are the only 4 that I thought were any bit worthwhile. And out of those 4, the only one that was really worthwhile was Conquer, and maybe Dr. Mario. Tony Hawk, debatable, and Blitz's, whatever. But you know, just the whole thing. And then the GameCube actually was a big improvement over that. It had about 10 worthwhile games at the end of the time, like Bait and Chaos Origins and Mega Man X Collections. But my thoughts on this is, they stated that they wanted to fix upon that. They wanted to improve upon that. And I've even heard somewhere that Iwata said that a video game system should be supported up until and even after the new system comes out. My whole thoughts on this is, I mean, yes, we're only starting 2012, so this isn't a full-on video. I probably will do a continuation of this months down the line near like E3 and whatnot, especially after Xenoblade releases and April 6th, but my thoughts here are, Nintendo, talk is cheap. You say you want to fix a system, you want to fix the end of the system here, and you want to make sure that, and Iwata said a game should be up until and after, it should be supported, but currently from what we know in 2012, the support is not entirely there. You know, I'm specifically talking about America here, but Europe and Australia are pretty much the same thing, basically, as America, besides 2 extra games. Oh, actually, no, 1 extra game, because one of their games, one of the games we're getting, they already have, which replaces, you know, that. But, basically, what I'm saying is, the only games that are really coming out this year so far are Rhythm Heaven, Fever, Xenoblade for us, Last Story in Pandora's Tower for Europe, which should be coming here as well, Mario Party 9, the Lego Batman 2, Epic Mickey 2, the Pokepark 2 game, and besides that, there's really nothing else, because we don't know. I mean, Japan's probably going to get Dragon Quest X this year, but are we going to get Dragon Quest X this year? Are we even going to get the Wii version outside of Japan? And it also leaves, just like 2011, a big gap in the year. We have a big wide array of games like that can come out and fill up that time span. We have months left because we're getting like Mario Party 9 and like Rhythm Heaven in March, Xenoblade in April. Europe and Australia are getting Last Story this month. We're in February now. And at the end of the year, we'll pretty much be getting Pokepark and, you know, the Lego Batman 2. But outside of that, right after Xenoblade releases in like America in April, we have a big gap. We have a gap from the rest of April all the way to like November, which is I think around the time November-ish is when Poke Park is supposed to come out, at least off that Japanese commercial I've seen. So around that time, and then Lego's around that time too. We have a big gap that's pretty much empty from games. And my thoughts here is like, they say they want to improve. Iwata has said that they made mistakes and that they want to improve. What system can they currently improve on? The Wii, which we're currently at right now. Oh, no, we're going to wait until Wii U. So you're going to say, oh, we made mistakes with the 64 GameCube and Wii, and we're going to fix it with the Wii U, and then it turns around that they're not going to do it on that system, and then say, oh, we made mistakes with the 64 GameCube, Wii, and Wii U, and now we're going to do it next system. And they keep continuing on. If they don't step it up and just do and actually do, it's basically not accomplish anything, because talk is cheap. They say they want to fix it. They say they want to change it. They say they want to fix above the 64 and GameCube, but when they're supposedly holding back localizations of games, Last Story and Pandora's Tower for America, and basically other companies out there, this is not tied towards Nintendo, are not really localizing games either, it kind of leads to a point where, what are we getting? You guys have other games planned, kind of a thing? You know, do you have other games planned? Like, oh, we're not going to give you Last Story Pandora's Tower because we have so-and-so planned for this thing, and it's going to be just as worthwhile. Which I highly doubt that, because I highly doubt that. First of all, I highly doubt that anything else would be really worthwhile at this point besides The Last Story and Pandora's Tower. Second off, I highly doubt they'd be making new games because Wii U is so close up. So the best bet, the Phil 2012 upload games, and I've stated this numerous times, and I'm sure a lot of other YouTubers have did the same exact thing, is to localize games. So far, basically what we're getting in America, which I did forget the movie Brawl, but really, who cares really much about that game necessarily? Interesting concept, but necessarily who really cares about it? It's not a big release. What we're getting in America is basically the same amount, same as basically what Europe's getting, except Europe's getting 2 more. Give me a second here. Except that Europe's basically getting Last Story and Pandora's Tower 2. It makes me wonder.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
But it leaves us to wonder, what are they going to bring out? If Iwata said that a system should be supported up until and after the new system, and he said they made mistakes with the 64 and GameCube, where necessarily is that? I'm fine with January. We got like nothing in January. I'm fine with that. February, Wii-wise, there's really nothing as well. We're not really getting anything until next month. And then there's also Xenoblade in April. I'm coming from an American standpoint on this, so don't say think I'm forgetting Europe or Australia or anything. They basically fit into this category too, because once Last Story and Pandora's Tower come out for them, they also have that big giant gap up until like the end of the year. So they need stuff released as well, and we don't know when Pandora's Tower is really being released for them. But like I said, I'm just coming from an American standpoint, but don't think I'm forgetting Europe and Australia. I'm counting every country too. I'm even counting Japan, because I don't know what they're going to be releasing this year, although they did show off a game earlier this year. It's some quirky little Japanese mini game for me. It kind of reminds me of Big Brain Academy in a sense, which we probably won't get that game either. Although that game I really so much don't really care for, but it would be something to add to the list of games to play. You know, localization, the easiest thing to do because it doesn't cost as much money, and all you have to do is voice acting. And which, yes, it might take like a month or two. It might take a while to get that game set up, but it doesn't take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months. It's not going to take as long or as much money to localize a game, put it in English or other languages, than it is to create an entirely new game from the ground up. And it just makes me wonder, what are they going to do? What after Xenoblade releases in April, it's going to be another 2011. Basically, the whole thing is the Wii in 2012 going to be another 2011. In 2011, we got games at the beginning of the year. We got Lost in Shadow, Mario Sports Mix, Conduit 2, and at the end of the year, we basically got Zelda, Kirby, Back to the Future, Rayman Origins, and Moon Factory Tides of Destiny. And basically, in the entire middle of that year, we were pretty much left in the dust, besides the little, like, oh, here's Lego games, and here's Wii Play Motion. You know, stuff like that, just little things in the middle of the year that really didn't add to much. It made that pretty much a drought in the middle of the year. But it's like this. All I'm saying is, I don't want the Wii in 2012 to be another 2011. Yes, it's supposedly the last year, but that doesn't mean games shouldn't be coming out, especially when Iwata goes and says stuff. He states stuff in interviews and on, like, you know, throughout the internet. Basically, he stated this stuff. Oh, I don't know where the links necessarily are. If I can find them, I'll include them. But like I said, it's basically the whole thought, and I thought of it basically like we've got nothing after Xenoblade until the end of the year, which leaves like May, June, July, August, October, and November. Pretty much, actually no, not really November so much. About 6 months of almost nothing, or at least nothing confirmed. As of now, I'm fine with that because we've got games beginning of the year leading up until after Xenoblade releases. But if they continue to ignore it and announce nothing closer to the release of Xenoblade, and like I said, we're at the beginning of the year. They usually announce stuff as the year goes by. But as of now, we really don't know nothing post April 6th. And for Europe, basically, I'm assuming May or June is when they're going to get Pandora's Tower. So basically, let's say near E3 time and after for everywhere, basically. It's just like this. They can localize games. Xseed's supposedly working on a game. They basically said, oh, you know, Earthseeker, we're not so much interested in it. That's why I brought up, you know, seek for the Earthseeker support. But they said they're working on another game, which I believe is going to be Rodea, the Sky Soldier. A lot of people on the Operation Rainfall page where it was like posted believe it's going to be Rodea, the Sky Soldier, so that's bound to come out eventually. Hopefully we get Last Story and Pandora's Tower localized outside of, you know, just Europe and like besides just Europe and Australia. It gets localized to America too, because I have Xenoblade pre-ordered. I'll definitely pre-order those too, especially even if they just want to bring them out to GameStop. If GameStop wants to be cool for once and, oh, we're going to make these games exclusive to us for a while, there you go. I'll go pre-order from you guys. You know, that kind of thing. And then there's also the likes of like Dragon Quest Collections, which if we get that game, will be near the end of the year, which would be around the time Dragon Quest X comes out. It's like, will we get that?